Yorkshire Dales village of Horton in Ribblesdale lies an area of limestone upland well known to potholers for the number and variety of its caves. The Lambspot Browgill cave system was first entered in 1898, and since then several previously unentered passages and chambers have been found, culminating in the discovery of the superlative Pearl Chamber by Andy Shaw and Buster Wright in 1994. On this trip, Mary Wild and Kim Wright aimed to traverse the system, entering through Lambspot and returning to daylight 2 kilometres away via Browgill Cave. They planned to view the rare cave pearl formations in the elusive Pearl Chamber. The exact location of this newly discovered section of cave has deliberately been shrouded in mystery to help prolong the existence of these delicate and vulnerable treasures.
No problem, I'll be off this in a minute. Okay, I'm out your way, Mary.
Water is the source of all caves, and as Kim and Mary descend Lambspot, the stream keeps them company, all the while scouring the cave, dissolving the slightly alkaline rock and thereby enlarging the passage as it has continuously done for thousands of years. Exploring caves which still contain active streams can be hazardous. A 50-metre stretch of this particular passage is dangerously prone to flash flooding, and in the summer months when the surface soil is very dry, the phenomena known as runoff, where a heavy shower won't soak in but just disappears down the nearest cave, can occur without warning to those already underground. Reliable weather forecasts must be obtained and personal judgment exercised. By its very nature, water will always follow the lowest course, and as they follow the stream, Kim and Mary climb down several small cascades before negotiating a larger one called Idiot's Leap, where a fixed rope is in place to help their descent.
Oh, lovely. Right, just leave quick clear for you. Right.
The two cavers have come from the entrance to Idiot's Leap. At Sump 1, a high-level bypass takes them to the first 9-metre pitch, down into Boss Chamber. They then follow a stream along zigzag passage to the end, where they enter Pearl Chamber.
Oh, this is going to be fun. Get any bloody warmer? Right, pass up, Anne. Get out of the way. Okay. Room for a little one. Aye. Well, that bag's got heavier too. Are we there, my dear? Just about. I think a jog might be in order.
Beyond the low wet section, known as a duck, the passage becomes more constricted, with flowstone formations making progress slow, and often painful, as wetsuits and bodies are ripped and bruised. An expensive wetsuit can be wrecked in a few months by an active caver, and whilst skin itself is free and self-repairing, no one likes to lose too much of it, so cautious placement of hands and feet is the order of the day. Nevertheless, few cavers have ever finished a trip in the condition they began it, and so a certain resignation to pain must be there at the outset. Kim and Mary leave the stream to enter a high-level bypass, which leads to the head of a 9-metre vertical drop into Boss Chamber. This drop, or pitch as cavers call them, is descended by abseiling.
here. Yeah, I'll try to power this up today. Yeah, just a second. Got it again, yeah. Oh. It's a bit slicky here. Oh, it looks like we're at the top of the pitch. I'll leave the bag and pass it to me. I'll just have a set out.
Right,
Oh yeah, it's the line.
I'll have to come further down. I'll have to hand you this, Kim.
Right.
Can you reach it?
Yeah, got it.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The method of descending a rope by abseil and climbing back up using mechanical jammers was developed by American cavers and is called single rope technique, or SRT for short. It's been almost completely superseded the use of bulky wire ladders, and now small teams of cavers can quickly descend very deep caves carrying only a small amount of equipment to rig the pitches. Rapidly advancing techniques and technology has spawned a new breed of caver who has the skill and confidence to hang his or her life on a single rope less than half an inch thick. To express to a non-caver just why we feel justified in taking such risks, however calculated they may be, is a virtual impossibility. The rush of adrenaline as you swing out into the blackness on an abseil rope, the weird and fantastic formations to be found in the remotest corners of the most obscure caves, the explorer's fever on finding new caves, and the comradeship of trusted friends all accounts for something. But in whole, the sport of caving is much more than the sum of these parts. A personal philosophy shared by many is that in this ever-degenerating society in which we live, where everything can be bought and little value can be claimed for any achievement, it is a way of earning experiences which do have a lasting value, as they have been bought with the currency of personal hardship and discomfort freely given. Or maybe we're all a touch mad. After all, there are more of you than us, and that must mean something.
Nice resonance to it. It's like walking down the underground.
It's a nice formation.
It makes a nice glitter.
Kim and Mary rejoin the stream and soon discover the passage leading to Pearl Chamber.
There's nothing for it but a ball, Kim. This is that.
Lovely.
This is that close to Pearl Chamber. What?
Sounds like it should be worth it though.
Oh, okay.
So do I.
Kim, look at these. Can you get the side?
Oh, wow.
Beautiful pearls, aren't they?
God, I've never seen them. They're so large.
They're beautiful.
Formations such as stalactites, stalagmites and helictites are known to every caver, but very occasionally something out of the ordinary is discovered. In 1994, when Buster and Andy found Pearl Chamber, some of the most unusual and rare formations in Britain literally saw the light for the first time. Cave pearls are formed in a similar way to oyster pearls, with a hard nucleus, in this case a fragment of rock or mineral, being slowly encased in a calcite coating. The pearls seen here, possibly some of the finest ever discovered, vary in size from that of a large marble to a pinhead. Found individually in small depressions on the cave floor, or in large clusters clinging tenaciously to the walls, they give an overwhelming sense of a hard but fragile beauty. To a caver, it is almost a sacrilege to enter a place such as this, where, for untold millennia, the only sound has been the quiet drip of cool water onto the growing pearls below.
Cave conservation isn't something that readily springs to mind within the general public. But there are many features underground, some beautiful and some of scientific interest, like stalagmites, stalactites and other calcite formations, that we must preserve for future generations. That's why we always say, take nothing but photographs, leave nothing but footprints.
From Pearl Chamber, they go back to the streamway along Wet Way Passage to the second 7-metre waterfall pitch at the top of Glory Hole Chamber. They then abseil down to meet the main stream of the Master Cave, from where they exit at the lower entrance at Brow Gill.